right, we are live. Oh, that is what is up with the cameras? No.
Why is the chair rotating?
This recipe calls for panko breadcrumbs. They're just breadcrumbs with slotty. Mike, not cool. It's breadcrumbs that have entered this country because of something that we dropped in another country. I mean, come on, Mike. Come on. Hey, we may not do all that, politics and fancy stuff talk, but we were able to at least crack a horrible joke or two.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in the military. You can definitely say that, and I can definitely say that about you because you were in the military.
I don't know. Whatever.
There's an association I can make there, is what I'm trying to say.
Love and onion rings. Okay. I usually like to mix, equal parts Duke's mayo and Sweet Baby Ray's honey mustard together.
Yeah.
And that's basically Chick-fil-A sauce with onion rings. It's fucking amazing. So give that a try.
Sorry, I'm sending a message out.
This guy's always on his phone.
I am trying to make I'm trying to make a connection. No, in all reality, that's what it is. There's a couple of scoops out there who have podcasts. One of them is called Hey Buddy Nice Podcast, and the other one is called It Came From a Monster Movie Podcast. And I invited the It Came From a Monster Movie Podcast folks on here because they're nerds. They do walkthroughs and reviews and talk about stuff like that. They have very specific views on both Pacific Rim and Barbanese is the bomb. Hey, DJ is here.
Hey.
You all right, Bubba?
I have to rush back.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Why did this reset? Nope, that's the wrong button. Stream. All right. Say something else, Bubba.
Something else.
Thank you. All right. Welcome, Danny. And hi. Hi, Mike. We were making horrible jokes about panko breadcrumbs and why they're here in the States, and I said, well, they're here because we dropped stuff on another country.
Yeah, of course Danny would say Barbonese is the bomb. That's one thing I know about Maryland. They mix weird sauces together to make other sauces. Like their mayonnaise ketchup mix and stuff.
Isn't he from Baltimore? No, Baltimore isn't. I'm bad at geography. Leave me alone. How you doing, brother?
Living. Unfortunately, like I said, for the chat, I can only stay for like about an hour and a half. Because he couldn't.
I know the schedule change. I know.
Because that's the thing. Like he was like before he couldn't really argue because he knows like we've been doing this for months, so we worked around it. But yeah, this was the case of like I want you here a certain time, and I know you guys take like 3-4 hours to do everything. It's like no, that's too late to come back. So.
Well, that's kind of why we did it later on in the day, so you know what I mean. You can get something done. Plus, I'm trying to shorten the length of the shows. Usually we go like 2.5 hours. I'm trying to get them down a little bit so we can get more downloads and we can honestly appeal to a few more people because not everybody wants to sit around with us for 3 hours.
Sometimes I don't want to sit around with us for 3 hours.
Yeah. I did talk to him. It's like he would willing to do like this kind of time if we actually had shorter sessions so I could get over there quicker.
Yeah,
but
we're working
right
on it.
now. It's like no, like I want you back here at this time. So it's like, oh, okay, you're paying, so whatever.
Yeah, we're working on it. It's a transitional phase right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like
VTNetwork's becoming a they them.
Always have been.
I guess I don't know. But we're updating.
I quote Dave Chappelle.
We're updating our official voter registration.
I quote Dave Chappelle. One theys or many theys.
Yeah. I kind of wish Dave with that. It's like that's just so weird. It's like they them. Isn't that like plural, like more than one.
So how many people are you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you Legion of split personality or multiple personality or something? Like,
I'm not gonna go into it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's just weird. Like, when I hear they them, it's like, but that's
I understand it,
plural. Like that's English language shit, you know.
but it's not.
But it's not necessarily.
No,
It's
it's
Yeah,
just,
not necessarily,
Yeah.
but it's pretty much the standard. Like now, it's like so.
because it's like, hey, did you talk to your boss? Yeah. What'd they say?
What did they say?
yeah.
Would you
is that?
hand me their wallet?
And then I gave
yeah.
them my
Yeah,
resignation.
usually what that happens like in the third person, but when you're
Yeah.
like speaking to someone directly, it's like
Again, I understand it, but I just don't care enough to go into the
Yeah.
particulates. Like, if that's what you want
it's
to be
not.
called,
It's
that's what I'm
not.
gonna call
It's
it.
not.
doesn't
It's
change
not
anything
worth
on my end.
explaining because it's not really worth explaining. Like
No, it's
you,
not.
we get it. It's just one of those. Whatever.
Well, and like I said, this whole like we covered it a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? This whole pronouns thing. It's not a new thing. The
No, it's
problem
not.
with pronouns has become a new thing because we looked up articles, or at least I did. I don't remember if I showed it to you guys, but we looked up articles.
I don't know how
where-
to read.
I know where back in the 20s and 30s, people transitioned and had they them pronouns, and nobody cared.
It's easier. Like for me personally, what I do, I just ask them what their preferred name is.
Yeah,
And I refer to them by their preferred name.
Yeah.
It's easier.
huh.
Well, yeah.
It's not a big fucking problem. But anyways, I mean, we're not
like-
woke or anything.
No, like, it's so weird. Like people like, because that's one thing about like modern times that's kind of like just blows my mind. It's like, everyone's like, oh, all this is like new and like gender and
No, it's
like
not.
no, like this is just history coming back full circle. This isn't like new because honestly, if you really go back to it, it's like everyone was everything and no one really gave a shit.
No.
But,
Exactly. It's going to get real interesting once the 30s repeat themselves, though.
Well,
please give us fucking prohibition.
why? Hey, I'm
Hey,
the only.
Whoa! No, not because of that. Because no, I get drinking and all that stuff, but honestly, the aftermath. Because honestly, that was perhaps the closest to actual peace we actually had.
Hell
Are
yeah.
you
Then we got stock
fucking-
car racing.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Do you
no.
not
Let me
remember the
let me
Valentine's
fucking
Day?
finish.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm
Jesus
I'm interrupting.
Christ.
I'm interrupting. I apologize. Go ahead.
Yes. When Prohibition happened, a
Yeah.
lot of shit was fucked up, but truth be told, a lot of good things happened as well. It actually,
NASCAR.
It broke the barriers that women can now drink in bars.
Oh,
And people didn't really care about skin color all that much. It's like, do you drink? Yeah. Hey, you're in.
yeah.
Like
that was a weird
there were,
thing that
there were
happened.
like black speakeasies where neighbors were running it, and white people, like, racist white people, were like, "Dude, I need a drink," and it was like, "Come on in." It's like, "Awesome, brother." That's it. Like no one cared. No one cared. It was like a weird, like, I guess everyone put their hatred that we couldn't drink alcohol
You know?
towards the government instead
Fucking
of each other.
priorities
It's
here.
like,
you know what's the new alcohol is weed. I have
yeah.
never seen a fucking racist stoner.
Yeah.
I have never seen a racist stoner.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I think
that's a
Robin
good
Williams
point.
kind of nailed that down.
Yeah, I've never seen a fucking racist. That's our new prohibition is marijuana. So we already have it. We have our prohibition now. When that shit ends, though, when that shit ends, we're gonna see a whole lot of peace, bro. Ain't nobody gonna want to fight nothing. Fuck a race war. Fuck a riot. Fuck it. Everybody's gonna be too stoned to give a shit. And I'm happy with that because I'm gonna be one of them.
Hey, when I become a cop and everything is just fucking just blanket peace because everybody's stoned, good for me.
Yeah, we're
Like,
gonna get fat and happy.
You know,
You know what I mean? We have that
right,
with a
yeah.
horse today, Mike. The horse kills people. That's the problem. But we've lost too many good musicians to the horse. We've
Oh.
never lost anybody to weed.
yeah, no.
That's true. Yeah, no, like, to be told, I mean, medical benefits, it's a freaking relaxer, stress reliever. It's like, there's literally no objectively reason to honestly get rid of weed except for, you
Tar
know.
content is the only problem I have with it. But tar content with THC and hemp and marijuana and stuff like that, tar content doesn't stick around as long as it does with nicotine. Like it flushes out in about 2.5 months. That's the tar content in your lungs. With nicotine, it sticks around for about 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why
So-
you get all the stuff that comes with it.
But anyways, yeah, we've never lost a musician to fucking to weed.
Hell, arguably, some musicians became better because of it.
Yeah. You ever notice that sometimes when bands get sober, they suck?
It's so. I
mean
knew
like
a band,
Metallica?
we knew a band like that back in El Paso. Remember, it was like the one band who couldn't play a note unless they were stone drunk. Like we're talking drunk. I don't remember the name.
Pilots of Venus?
No.
Yeah, they're more. I think they're more mainstream.
Oh goddamn! What the fuck was their name? It was something weird.
Yeah, it was so dumb. It was so dumb. Like, I saw like a couple of times. Like the name was like, But
420 Flip was one of them, but 420 Flip sucked. Sober or stone, they sucked. Oh my god, what the fuck was their name? And it's a weird name. It's a weird word.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was super weird. I can't remember it for the life of me.
Amaranth.
What is it? I think that was
Amaranth. The guy with the fingers. The guy with
right.
Amaranth.
Amaranth. So that was their name. Okay.
So those of you who don't know, Amaranth was led by two singers, much like Linkin Park. One of the dudes, like Linkin Park, one of the dudes could sing beautifully. This guy was a classically trained opera singer. The other guy was just straight metal vocals, like straight shit like that. The twist is that they were both fucking 6'5" construction workers. And the guy with the metal voice, to seem less scary, would wrap a rubber chicken around his microphone when he performed.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's true. Yeah,
it didn't work. Those guys were fucking terrifying.
Just looking more of a psychopath.
Yeah, because he would be like, "Open up the fucking pit," and then he'd jump down, and nobody would jump in.
Yeah, like
everybody's like,
"The pit's open, master."
"Cool.
Here's your pit.
That's
Have fun.
yeah." Go for it.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
we'll clean
like-
up when you're done.
This guy's like voice. He's one of those people that would like he would say something simple. It's like they would say is like, he'll probably say is like,
Give me a
beer.
beer.
You're those like, yo, can I, like that's a nice shirt you're having, and you're like, are you gonna assault me right now?
Do you want my shirt?
Can I help you, sir? But that was the way he talked. Like, you think my voice is deep and gravelly, like when I let it go? Like, his was that 24/7. Because like I remember because I met him outside of Wasted Generation where we saw him, and I met him outside of Wasted Generation, and I had bought my pack, but I left it in my car, and we were trying to load up, and so I was like, "Hey man, you got a cigarette?" And he goes, "Yeah man, what kind of cigarette you what kind of smoke?" And I was like, "Bro," and he was like, he handed me a cigarette, and I'm like looking for my lighter, and I'm like, "Fuck, can I borrow a lighter too?" And he goes, "Fuck, you want me to smoke it for you too?" And I was like, "You're cool, but I feel like you're going to steal my dreams." Like, he's just going to kick my fucking door down with that voice. No, nice Carmen Electric dream. I'm taking this. Oh, man. Paul McCartney, 30s led to the Great Depression, and then from there, World War II. I think it was because we should have been drunk at that point in time. We were barely coming out of it, adjusting to it.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah,
I'm still on that dream thing. It's like, what happened to Freddie?
Yeah, NASCAR driver, I'm taking this. Oh, hey, fuck, no, fuck.
Take it, man. Just please leave.
It's hot in this suit.
Just no car. Just no car standing in the track.
Just all sad and hot. But
That's what it's like living in Florida. Just all sad and hot.
Just sad and hot. But like those guys were the coolest motherfuckers ever. But they had some really cool music, man. Amaranth, and the reason they broke up was one of them OD'd and went into a coma for 2 years. And when he came out of it, he couldn't talk. So it was a pretty sad ending to like a band that was really taking off. Like, they had put out a demo, they had put out an EP. They got played on KLAQ. They got played at Power 103.
Yeah.
They were literally about to make a music video that we were going to be involved with. We were going to be involved with it.
We actually were in talks about that, but
yeah, we were going to be involved with their music video, and then the guy OD'd at a party, and the whole thing fell apart.
Yeah.
And
it's a shame too. Like, it's a real shame.
So not to switch the subject, but also to switch the subject before we get started. DJ, what is the official ruling
Oh.
for the Magic the Gathering card Choking Vines.
Yeah.
Because the card states, and let me read it directly off of the card so I don't make an error.
So
How much shit did I send you?
a lot. So what I said was that it's the X and then the green, then the one pay for the mana, right? And the X was of course the target. The X is what you pay for per target. And I said that the way we played it was that you could, as long as you had the mana to pay for the X, you could target as many cards as many times as possible.
But
See,
the thing
the
is
text
that,
on the card is... God damn it, I don't want to... Okay, play only when blockers are declared.
So yes.
Understood, right? X, target attacking creatures are considered blocked. So that's however many targets you can afford to pay. Choking Vine deals 1 damage to each of those creatures. He was using Choking Vines to block and then completely destroy like 3-4 toughness creatures.
Because they had the mana to pay, but it doesn't
But
say...
the mana pays for how many targets, not how much damage. The ruling on August 1st, 2008. You may target a blocked creature with Choking Vines. Choking Vines will deal 1 damage to it and have no other effect on it.
But that's just it. It doesn't say that you can't target it multiple times, and that's the way we played it.
An instant can be used once.
Yes. As long as the X, that's what the X is
here's
for.
the problem, though. Here's the problem.
It's not a damage multiplier.
Like, the thing is, I would go with honestly what's on the card, because here's the thing: like the gathering rules has changed quite a bit since the last time we played seriously Dead Man. So it's like one of those.
Yeah, and that's just it. Even in the official ruling, it doesn't say that you can't multiple target. And that's what the X is for. The X is to pay the cost.
To select a target to deal 1 damage to.
Is that in the new rule book?
It's in no rule book. Like, literally, 2008 was the last time this card was in circulation or used in any type of game.
In 2008 was the last ruling on it.
Wait, and this is a new pack?
Fuck no, dude.
No, he got classics. He ordered them
Oh,
off
that's
eBay or something.
then that explains it then.
But they are legal. They are legal in all game forms of Magic.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay, yeah. Then this is a case definitely where old is clashing with new. Then.
Yeah.
Because the way the card says, X is the number of targets you can target as many as you can pay for, but then it says deals 1 damage to them, and he's trying to like say it'll kill my creatures instantly.
One more. No, what I'm saying is that for X, it doesn't say only target 1 creature. It's X per target. Like, you pay mana per target, and I can target multiple creatures at once.
Right, but you can only do 1 damage to them.
Let's see. It's like Monopoly house rules. You can't target the same creature multiple times with 1 effect. Lophus, the fucking rules don't say that. It is a show me where a dog can't play basketball bullshit. Like, this is fucking weird.
This honestly, I think it's gonna. Yeah, you have to decide where this is kind of count. Like, this is old versus new clashing right here.
Yeah.
Because that
When
car
the way we played
is an older car, but it's clashing with some of the newer rules. So
and the way we played it.
Yeah, like
we
played like the way we played it. Yeah, when you played that card, you were fucking done, for the most part. But like I said, this is new rules, old rules. So I think before you play another game, you got to decide which type of rules you're gonna go with first and foremost.
Well, even the old rules. Choking Vines will make any creatures it targets become blocked, even if the creature has blocking restrictions on it. For example, you can make a creature with Island Walk become blocked, even if the defending player has islands. This is because evasion abilities only prevent creatures from being assigned to block them. Only creatures.
That's
but
true.
Being an instant, and then it says you can declare 0 targets with X equals 0. So X is the number of targets, not the number of damage. The number of damage done is 1.
No. Like, see, here's the thing. Like, that's true. However, back in the day, it was if you were good like lawyering, you could actually find ways around that shit. And Dead Man was learning to become a fucking lawyer, and he actually found fucking ways around that shit. That was the problem with the old rules. Why I'm not surprised they change rules every year to account for people like fucking Dead Man who could actually find loopholes and shit.
Yeah.
So
they had initial rulings in like 04 and then the final rulings in 08. So that
the card literally is no longer in circulation because of shit like
it's
this.
weird because what you said is valid, But the thing is, like, there are other cards that can go around it. That was the problem with old school. If you had the right cards, you can actually work around rules and shit like that.
Yeah.
It was fucking annoying as fuck.
And like what I had tried to explain to him was like, yeah, if you have say 4 choking vines in your hand, you can hit me 4 separate times, doing 1 damage for each choking vine instant on the targets you can pay for to block.
Yeah.
But either way, I just went ahead and played the game so that way Deadman wouldn't stop smiling about it and let him kill my 4 toughness creatures and shit with it.
I had a fuck ton. I had
doesn't
all the mana to pay.
It just doesn't seem like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Like
does,
the mana cost is for declaring the targets. The actual damage is 1.
And like I said, with one per target, there's nothing that doesn't say you can't target a creature multiple times.
Yeah,
Lophus says you can't target the same creature multiple times
it's
with
where
one
it
effect.
says instant.
Yes,
You can only use it once.
instant
Using
is-
1 damage.
And the X is what gets rid of your logic. The X is the amount of mana paid,
That's for each target, not for each
which
damage.
doesn't say it's 1 per creature.
It does on the card, dude.
1 target per creature. It says that on the card.
X, target attacking creatures. So that's how many you have to pay for.
Yeah,
Choking Vines deals 1 damage to each of those
to
creatures.
each targeted creature.
One
I can target
damage.
creatures multiple times with the mana paid.
But 1 damage.
No, you can only target each creature once.
It doesn't fucking say that.
It doesn't say you can target it multiple times either.
Oh, this brings back memories.
Yeah,
Fuck
this
me.
brings back a lot of fucking memories.
And this is honestly why I'm probably not going to play with him until he realizes Choking Vines only do 1 damage.
No, like get him an all new deck, completely fresh, and
I
like,
think
and,
I'm- I
chuck
think I'm-
that card.
I think I'm gonna get rid of my choking vines because honestly,
Because
like,
you use them to try to cheat. You try to
It's not
convince
cheating.
people. It
No,
is.
It's not
1
cheating.
damage won't destroy a
no,
4 toughness
no.
creature.
No, it's not cheating. It's cheesy. There is a difference, but you understand the frustration I had when I was like, motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking beat you, no matter what kind of luring bullshit you. Like I said, I spent $400.
yeah.
For the sole purpose of beating Deadman, but that's $400 well spent, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I had to.
And the card he had was called Rain of Fire, and it was a reverse to any instant, plus 4 damage to any creature, plus 4 damage to any player, and it was one of the rarest fucking cards in 2nd edition.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's right. That's right.
And the only time you can play that card is when one of your creatures is blocked. So literally, he would attack, I would block, I would play vines, and then he would bust that bitch out, and it was the cost for the mana back then. Like you see now, it's like 7 mana. Like back then, that was ludicrous. Like that was like there's no way that card is ever getting played. The one for Raining Fire was 2 red and 3 others. And back then, way back in the fucking day, that was like, dude, nobody's ever gonna be able to play this card. Like, so
Well, that was also back when you had shit like the Lotus that was 0 mana required. Like,
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Because basically what I had to do is because the thing to play that card, you had to build up. You have
Really
to play the
build up.
long game. So I had to fucking, this, that, and the other. And then when he finally fucking did that did those vines and that bullshit, I was like, there it is, reverse Uno card, bitch.
and he
$400.
Woo! And you had how many? You had 3, right? You had 3 of these
I
bitches.
managed to get 3, but I wanted to fucking make sure. Like, this was the day that Deadman dies again.
And this is, and let me be clear too. This is before the 4 per deck rule. I had 7 of them bitches.
oh yeah, no. Well, it's like that one video I watched where the 2 guys played old school, and the dude had like 14 Moxies, 14 Lotuses, like
Yeah.
the fucking CEO of Magic didn't even get a chance to
No.
fucking draw a card before he was done.
Yeah.
Like,
So that's what I'm telling you. Like, I'm probably gonna just get rid of the cards because this is honestly too much of a contention. When we used to play, unfortunately,
you don't have to get rid of the cards if you just admit they do 1 damage to each target.
And like I said, that's the fucking loophole. That's the problem with the card. That's why it hasn't been in circulation since 2008. Fucking, what is it? 14 years it's been out of circulation for a reason. Like there was a reason.
That's all right. I'm
like,
still gonna ask the guy at the GameStop. Who,
go ahead. He's
who-
gonna go by the current rules.
right, because he's an official Magic the Gathering tournament judge.
We had people that ruled in my favor.
Well, the old school. Like I
Yeah,
said,
people that you could
new
intimidate.
rules. Like
I
said,
wasn't as big as I am. I was tell him, DJ.
he was a
Dude,
big
size
guy.
does not equivalent to intimidation factor. Trust me, I know.
DJ.
No, I mean it's a part of factor, but yeah, no. Like when I first looked at him, I thought he was like a fucking ghost. He was like, who the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I could sneeze on you and I could fucking
Choking
break
vines
something.
does 1 damage to each block target. That's it.
But yeah, no. This is a case of old versus new. And,
It's written on the card
yeah.
And
as a separate sentence.
Like I said,
There is not a semicolon. There
we're
is
not
not a
gonna-
comma. It is a separate sentence. Choking
not-
vines does 1 damage
this
to
is
each.
this is like DJ says. This is just old and new clashing. There is no official solution to this because
The official solution is you can target as many targets as you have the mana for, but do 1 damage to each. Like, that's how it is written on the card.
and like I said, it doesn't fucking say that I can't target multiple creatures at multiple times.
You can target multiple creatures, just not more than once.
Anyways.
It says 1 damage to
Anyways,
each one.
You can shout it and repeat it over and over again. You're not going to prove your fucking
Right.
point.
I'm just not going to play with you as long as you think choking vines are a fucking kill-all, because they're not.
Okay.
All right. Fuck, man.
God damn.
Sitting there thinking, oh, I've got some kind of master card. It does 1 damage.
This is the game that brings convicts together, people.
It does. Let's start the goddamn show. All right, here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Really? Right in the middle of the intro.
Like,
Welcome, ladies and
we're
gentlemen, to
letting
another
this
episode of
go.
VTNetwork. I'm your host, Deadman. With me, as always, my brother DJ, the Graverobber, and we are here at a later date. And this episode is brought to you by Magic the Gathering, bringing convicts together and friends apart since 1988.
Didn't Magic start in like 91, though?
No,
Yeah, 91 is where it became like super
A
huge,
thing.
but like
it started
yeah,
in
like,
88.
people think D&D started in the 80s, where it actually started in the late 70s.
Yeah, my dad played D&D in
Yeah.
the late 70s.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what have you guys been up to? What have you guys been playing? What have you guys been consuming? DJ, we'll start with you while he tries to prove me wrong.
Most part working, but on the time when I have time off, I've been playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Oh, really? You actually bought it? You actually bought it?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, it was actually more of a gift. He, yeah, no,
1993.
the guy I work for, he actually gifted that to me. Well, he actually gave me the card, like the money to, the card, the code to pay for it, because I was curious about the game. Because thanks while cannibalizing that engine, I was like, he was like, I know it's like a lot of work. You know what, dude? Like here, going on to GameStop, like, what's the game you want? I was like, I want to play Tiny Tina's. It's like, here. It's like, they're like, go to GameStop because they do like, they can put codes and receipt for whatever amount. He was like, here, $65, go get it. And I was like, okay, fuck yeah.
So how is it?
There's some good things and some bad things about it. Like, the loot seems to be limited.
Right.
Quite a bit limited as compared. And like, like in Borderlands games, like, if you get level up, you can progress and you will get, better gear and loot, legendaries and all that stuff. With Tiny Tina, no, you have to do a collecting quest. Yeah, to do it. What they do is like they have like a loot luck system. And you have to get that higher and higher and higher by collecting dice, gaining levels. So there's actually like some other ways to get like some gear can actually give you higher loot luck, and that's how you're able to get like purples and golds.
Right.
But yeah, you can like really go through like the entire main quest and like mostly it might even go like get like green at the most, maybe if you're lucky a blue without. Yeah, it's
So
a
they
real pain in the
they
ass.
got rid of what makes Borderlands Borderlands.
Yeah, it's like to get the good shit, you have to basically
Ah.
raise your loot luck. And it was like, what is this? Like, so pointless business where that's like 260 dice to get, like, throughout the entire game. Like, collecting and a bunch of side stuff and all that stuff. That increase that's like a requirement. You have to, that'll help tremendously. That used to be per character. Like, you have to collect 260, like, each one, and people were like, no,
fuck that.
fuck you, we ain't doing that bullshit. So they made that account wise. You do that with one character 260 dice is account bound, and yeah, and I've been hearing some like bad things about the DLC, like 6 to 10 minutes worth of content, per section, and it's like for like $10 per DLC, so like a quick dungeon and you're done. I mean, you get more, you get more loot, but like, the loot pool expands. Like, it's so weird. Like, you need the DLC to expand the loot to which mainstream Borderlands games are. Yeah. It's fucking stupid. And
so they literally just got rid of everything that makes Borderlands Borderlands. The fucking loot.
Yeah, it was so dumb. You can't get the good shit until you gain loot. I mean, like progression will help you. Like, gaining level will help you get your loot, but you need...
I miss Pearlescence.
Huh?
I miss Pearlescence. That was the thing that was missing from the last couple of games.
Yeah, Pearlescence, per level. Per level, loot. But yeah, basically you want to get your loot level as high as possible. There's different ways of doing that. And it was like, God dang, what the heck is wrong with you? And I kind of get it too, because relatively, I think it's kind of a short game from what I'm reading, and they're trying to like pad out the game time and shit.
Yeah,
because they sold this thing at full price, $60-$70, depending on your thing, and it's like, oh shit, we gotta make sure people can get their money's worth. So let's grind out Luke Luck and shit. And yeah, no, this is like a $40 game, base game
at best.
Yeah,
kind of sounds like The Division. Hey, we've got replayability. You're just gonna do the same shit but with different character names.
Yeah, but at least they offer like exotics and like named items and shit like that. Like there's
the named
it's
items
not
are a lot of trash.
I was gonna say it's not a lot better. It's like minusculely better, but there's at least something there.
Yeah, no. And the thing about The Division is because with The Division, if you go here, you can get an exotic or whatever.
Yeah.
With Tiny Tina, you have to do all this side stuff and like try to add your stuff in to get a chance before you can even attempt to try to get an exotic. It's just
that's ridiculous.
That's crazy. And no, like for those of you who are, because I do recommend playing it. It's Borderlands. I mean, come on, but get it on a discount. Get it get it when it's on sale, basically.
Get it like on a $10 Steam sale kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's like $40 for the base and like $60 if you get like the whole thing. Honestly, I would wait until it becomes cheaper, which will probably be like in another year or two. But yeah, wait until it goes on sale before you get it, because it's still Borderlands. Like a lot of good stuff happens. Like I just got done playing a side quest with a parody of the Smurfs. They call the Murphs. And when they turn blue, it's a curse. They go rabbit.
Murphs, like the Nerf fucking mascot.
Oh no. God, not Murph. It's $44 right now. It's $44 right now on Steam. Not worth it.
Yeah, no. Wait till it becomes cheaper. But yeah, no.
So what else have you been up to?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay,
that's basically it. So.
Great.
I played Magic the Gathering this week.
The look he gives is just before he says a word with brain. It's like, motherfucker. Like, we ain't done with this, bitch.
Yeah.
I just think I'm gonna take it out of my deck. It's way too contentious. It was contentious back in the fucking day.
Yeah, it was.
So, but I think the rulings don't cover certain things, so I'm just gonna get the fuck rid of it.
The ruling says 1 damage per creature.
You keep repeating it. It's not going to...
Yeah, you're just not going to listen because you're stubborn as fuck and you think it's a kill-all. Anyway, yeah, I played Magic the Gathering.
We had a good game with our blue and white decks.
Yeah, because there was no Choking Vines in it.
What?
Choking Vines is green mana.
I'm aware.
Yeah. So yeah, anything without the stupid ass Choking Vines card gets sinfully manipulated and twisted around to try to seem like it's a kill all. Yeah. Anyway, so I did that. Played a little bit of Division. That was fun, I guess. I think I played for like 40 minutes.
The manhunts aren't rewarding.
They're not.
They're not.
It's like you go through all this shit. You take over all these control points that you've already taken over dozens of times at this point.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, here's your stuff. And you get like shitty like gear equipment that's like, oh yeah, it's like gold level, but it does 2/3 the damage of the shit you already have, has no resale value, and the junk parts don't get used for anything. So I'm like, if you like collecting weapons with names, it's fun, I guess, but I don't care if it has a name. I want the functionality of it.
Boomstick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we played the raid thing. We tried the raid mechanic, the countdown.
Oh yeah, and tried countdown on there.
That sucked.
That's interesting.
That sucked.
But it sucks because when you start out with like 8 people in this mission, right? And it's pretty cool. Everybody has armor buffs and everything. But it's really luck of the draw, because I got in there with 8 people and I was the only one alive after like 2.5 minutes. Deadman got in there with 8 people and they actually completed it.
We didn't extract, but we completed it.
Yeah, they completed the mission, but they didn't make it out. You know, so it's like, I don't like that mechanic either. It's like, oh, here's a bunch of randos that are all just gonna die. Good luck finishing this mission on your own with these OP fucking
the enemies.
like the OP like cannon fodder enemies that take, 40 million hit points to the face before they die. Literally 40 million.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's just me.
Like just Graverobber and his P90.
Pretty much.
Against the world.
Graverobber versus the world, dude. That's some bullshit.
Sit there with your fucking
Fuck bullshit.
Oh, they do it. They do indeed, Mike. They do indeed.
They catch the Smurf. Oh. I just
No, and yeah, no. They even call freaking the Smurfette equivalents like, yeah, my was like wife or like something wife. I forgot what it was. It was something really fucking slutty. I was like, what the fuck? But she's everyone's wife, so it makes sense.
I mean, there's a few people in that village. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've done this week. Oh no, I went and got my updated my voter registration, got a driver's license coming in the mail,
all that fun stuff.
got a job offer.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool.
Walked around downtown,
found a really cool antique shop.
Yeah. I did play the countdown mode. I did. Well, I was watching some weird anime for a little bit. But I finished the first season of Resident Evil, the show on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad. It's not. I can see what people had a problem with it, because it is like a completely separate lore from the games, but they have a fuck ton of Easter eggs in it. Like literally, we were watching an episode where remember the Tricell beginnings where Wesker clones himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's part of the series. So that was part of the series where Wesker clones himself, and it was funny because one of the clones was relating what happened to the OG Wesker, and he's telling these 2 other characters, and he's like,
it was Bert.
Yeah, Bert. Yeah, and he's telling these 2 other characters. He's like, yeah, I'm a clone. The original Wesker, he died in a volcano. But anyways, breadsticks, fucking, it's so fucking. It was so funny, like just how well he delivered the line.
Bert's fucking awesome, dude. Or when you see Al and Bert in the same room,
yeah,
and he was like, "If you didn't know, we're clones. We know." And he's
clones, like, "Yeah." So
Bert
yeah,
Wesker, Jesus.
Yeah, remember him? The id.
Yeah. I read the extended lore, and yeah, god dang it, dude, I hated that character.
Dude, Bert Wesker in the show was great.
Bert's
though.
nuts. Bert is nuts. Would I recommend it? Only if you're a diehard Resident Evil fan. That's the only way I could possibly recommend that show. There's a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah, don't be like me. Like, let go of the. No, this didn't happen. This didn't happen. This didn't happen. What is this? Like,
yeah, don't do that. You're gonna just ruin the show for yourself. Honestly, I can see a lot of reasons like why people didn't like the show. Like easily I can spot like a whole fucking bunch of reasons. They try way too hard to Tarantino it. First of all, like they're telling the story disjointed. Like the story disjointed. It's like, oh, we're now in the present. Now we're in the past. Now we're in the present.
Dude, and it just switches.
Now we're in the past. We're in the present. This is an action scene. Now we're in the past. Fuck. Like, but like, only watch it if you're a diehard Resident Evil fan. You're gonna have a lot of fun with it. We watched the first episode of Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, It's beautiful.
It's okay.
It's beautiful. If you love Sandman, you're gonna love this show. This has direct frames from the comic. It has even the glass sphere he's kept in has the spikes on the inside with the brace. And yes, they kept the sun. The sun is still gay. There was no. The reason I'm bringing this up is because there was a lot of controversy surrounding Sandman, and Neil Gaiman was like, "I'm the one that worked on this show. Everything you see that changed from the comic books to the show is my fucking choice. If you don't like that, you don't like Sandman. Go fuck yourself." End of story. That's was his whole statement. But there was people that were like, "Well, where in Sandman at what page does the gay character come out?" Page fucking 1. Literally page 1. There is a gay character on the page.
Yeah.
So like the idea that Neil Gaiman in his writing and his comics never had representation and he's going woke is a complete and utter fabrication by fucking fanboys.
Yeah, no, I hate it. I have a love-hate relationship with the Sandman community because it's one of those, like, everyone thinks they're right. And the worst part is, it's like, it's one of those stories where it can be left up to interpretation unless you literally talk to the guys like, or no, this is how it is. Or he's like, no, figure it out. So everyone's like, it's like one of those, God damn it, people, shut the fuck up. And what gets me the most, I'll never forget. I found a forum, and it's like, this like, oh yeah, I know everything about Sandman and all this other stuff, and like, yeah, but the guy literally said that this is not the case. It's literally this, and he's like, no, I know about it. Like I've been reading all this back and forth, and I typed like, yeah, that's right. You know more about the actual creator of this thing. Yeah, go ahead and hit check them into your whirlpool of wisdom there.
Yeah, no shit, like, right? How the fuck are you gonna disagree with Neil Gaiman about something he wrote?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like, but these people do. A lot of them do. Not everyone, but a lot of them do. They think they know it more than him, and it's like, what the?
Yeah,
fuck?
like this idea that Death is being played by a person of color. Oh, she looks like this, and it's like Death is a shapeshifter. They're all shapeshifters, all of them. The only thing we know about Death is that she has a pronoun, her.
Yeah,
it is a she, her.
Yeah, I mean
that's all. That is it.
Think of Ghostbusters. It's like I thought Ghost was a man. It's whatever it wants to be.
It's whatever it wants to be. Gozer is whatever Gozer wants to be. That's the new gender. Gozer gender.
Gozer. Call it Gozer from now on.
But
Gozer's everything.
Yeah. So like I don't know, dude. Like I had a lot of fun with the first episode. Graverobber's not really a Neil Gaiman fanboy like you and I, or Lophus for that measure. So the slow burn dynamic, it's kind of wearing on them, and I understand. Like a lot of this stuff is for people like us who are, you know what I mean. We know the characters in the low and everything else.
I can understand if people can't get into it because it is a slow burn. It's a very slow burn, but if you power through it, I promise you, it's perhaps one of the most profound stories in perhaps a fucking decade. Maybe more.
Last 25 years,
at least, But power through it.
Sandman is good, and the onion rings came out great. Way to go, Mike. But let's go ahead and get into some articles. Speaking of Ghostbusters, though, let me get this going. It turns out we have a new game coming out, and honestly, I don't like it.
Spirits Unleashed.
This is Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, a 4 versus 1 complete multiplayer game.
Oh God, another
one. Christ.
We'll arrive in the midst of spooky season. It hits October 18th on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, and Series X. You can play as a ghost or one of the 4 Ghostbusters trying to hunt it down with the gadgets, so yada yada yada. And we have a trailer here, so let's take a look at the trailer.
Yeah, we saved the world a few times. But between that, we provided a needed service to the masses.
I can't hear you.
That's where you come in. We're passing the torch, or better yet, passing the particle thrower, giving you the tools.
Positron.
Now let's see if you have the talent. Keep your head up and your equipment charged. We're a team working together to watch each other's back.
Now, I know you're still a ghost-busting trainee, but there's much more here than meets the eye. Take a look at this. You have the chance to see firsthand what exists on the other side. Catching ghosts is only the half of it.
So you want to play as a ghost? I'd like to see you try to take on my team.
I'm not impressed.
I will say this. Perhaps the Ghostbusters property is honestly one of those tailor-made for this type of game file. You know, the 4-on-1. You know, because there's 4 Ghostbusters and 1 ghost. So
Yeah.
it does make sense. It is, you know, but it's one of those. I'm so sick of the 4-on-1 genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that game with all the monsters that you're supposed to play like that?
The first one,
or
Evolve,
the old school.
Evolve.
Yeah.
That
fucking
was
Valve. You know, started this bullshit. You know.
that was fucking awful. And I don't. So Dead by Daylight, Ghostbusters. Yeah, like it's not. It doesn't appeal to me.
Was it Friday the 13th?
Yeah, the same kind of thing. It doesn't appeal to me. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. And maybe they're just garnering money for the next movie in the franchise. You think that maybe that's what they're trying to do?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're just looking for a cash cow.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, like, you know what? Kids are talking about Dead by Daylight on that Tic Tac app.
honestly, I mean, if that was the case, I mean, I'd be all for it. I mean, you know, go nuts. But like I said, I mean, I probably won't play this for a very long time because, like I said, I'm sick of the genre. But I will give it a pass because it's, you know, it's reintroducing more of the franchise and you know, proper, not that 2016 bull crap we got. You know, let that, you know, it's dead now. It's time for it to rot and be forgotten. So.
Yeah, I mean, like the 2016 movie. I know they had the best intentions. Like, I know they did. But
I mean, the difference is you can't just throw 4 random comedians in there, dude. Because
No.
the original Ghostbusters, man, they fucking all worked together a lot before that. They had an actual chemistry.
they had a bounce. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
an energy.
They knew how to work with each other.
Yeah, no, and I always said, like, this is an easy fix. Don't reboot it because the Ghostbusters are synonymous with these 4 characters. Don't reboot it. Make it a sequel and a Passion of the Torch film. Bam, problem solved.
And then we got Afterlife, which was fucking amazing.
Exactly, because they figured it out. Like, it took one third party guy to tell them, like, dude, stop rebooting. Pass the torch. You don't have to change. You can have all 4 of the ladies. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Just give the old school the blessing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
make it make
all
sense.
you needed. That's literally all you needed. And Sony couldn't figure this out with their how many executives and how much money they just threw at.
Well, also the director they chose was not the right one for that job. That guy was known for directing comedy chick flicks. He directed Anna Kendrick singing one.
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. He did Pitch Perfect. He did Pitch Perfect 2 and 3. And I guess because they were going to have an all-female cast of comedians, they were like, oh, well, let's get this guy. He knows how to work with female comedians. But there was no dynamic to them. The humor in it was so spread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was.
They threw jokes at the wall and see what sticks. That's
And
basically
instead of cutting out the ones that didn't, they just left it all in.
you know,
And it was bad.
And sometimes they just let it go on and on.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you know, like
and-
once
and,
a
you
man
know-
gets possessed and the black woman's like, you know, slapping her. I'm like,
yeah.
kill the seed, cut the seed. We're done. Stop, please.
Yeah, she screams the devil is a liar and then starts the whole the power of Christ compels you bullshit. Like, that's never been a fucking Ghostbuster thing. In fact, they actually made fun of biblical things being involved in what they were doing.
Yeah.
When fucking Winston asks Ray, "Do you believe in God?" What does Ray says?
Never met him.
Never met him.
And Winston's
Like they're making fucking light of this biblical times being involved in what they do, and it's like, no, there's nothing biblical about this. But the idea that they're trying to put that in there, I don't know what they were thinking. It seems like such a racist stereotype thing, and it killed Bill Murray's whole fucking appearance. Like that was right after Bill Murray's fucking cameo.
Yeah.
And it just murdered the whole fucking scene, and it was like, God damn it. And it was just birdshot. It was birdshot against the target to see what landed, and more often than not, they didn't hit shit.
The most consistently funny character was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
because he was literally on the screen for no longer than he needed to be.
Yeah.
and he was a freaking idiot in the film. God damn it, you know.
And he was having fun though. Like, he was having a lot of fun on that set. They even talked about like how much fun he was having, and like how I'm like, how is it that the non-comedy actor is the one that's the best comedy deliverer of that film?
Honestly, I think he read the script like, okay, I know what this is. Fuck it, let's just have fun.
Let's just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's honestly what it was. It's like, you know what? I don't have to be it, but I will.
Yeah,
I'm fucking Thor. I'm gonna survive this.
There you go. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I'm gonna have a career afterwards.
Pretty much.
Fucking,
you know?
The only one that even resembled an old school Ghostbuster like mentality was Holtz.
I don't remember their names.
That's true.
The tall, skinny blonde one with the glasses.
Yeah, I was like, why couldn't they be Egon's daughter?
Something. His student, his
exactly
something.
I'm like, God dang, like, you got something. Because that's the worst part. It's like, it could have been something.
Yeah, they even had decent references. Mm-hmm. You're the mayor from Jaws, and he's like, "What the fuck? I'm not the mayor from Jaws." Like, I like that line. I was like, okay, that's fucking funny. That's funny. Like, when you call somebody the mayor from Jaws and how bad they're fucking up, like, that's beautiful. But like, I'm like, one fucking good joke, and literally 20 minutes of fucking footage. Like, come on, man. Like, that was such a miss. But then you have Jason Reitman taking over for Ivan Reitman for the Ghostbusters Afterlife, who went back, got all the other Ghostbusters, got permission from his dad, pointers from his dad, got pointers from Dan Aykroyd. You know what I mean? Like, composited this back to the way it should have been. Put Finn Wolfhard, who is one of the biggest names at the time because of fucking Stranger Things,
and then It.
Yeah. And made him a side character instead of like the main focus.
Yeah.
No, what we got was another Spengler, and I loved it.
Yeah, with Afterlife, you could tell that there was like love for the original Ghostbusters material.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. It's like, it's like, this is the Spengler family. God, it's all back. I'll tell you. Oh, I was like, my heart.
And like the weird shit too, like.
Again.
Yeah, like when the mom is possessed and the weird shit, and he fucking gives her the flower, she just starts eating it. Like,
and dude, I'm sorry. Like, I cheered so much throughout the entire film. Like, freaking Vince Clortho finally got some after 30 years,
30, 40 years. Yeah,
and there was no like, I am this. No. He was like, like, no, screw this. Like, there's no wasting time this time.
What did he say? I like your face. And then she goes,
thanks. I
love this fucking film. I can't wait for the second. I can't wait. I can't wait. I want it now.
Yeah, and the idea that there were so many people complaining that, oh, they made Egon this dickhead, and why did all his friends abandon Egon? I'm like, well, did you not pay attention to the first two films? Egon is an asshole.
He really
He's
is.
a fucking asshole. He's a dickhead.
I know,
He
right?
is mean. He is cruel. He literally took puppies away from children just to see what the reaction would be.
I mean, like, dude, what was that line? It's like, yo, like, I would thank me. He got slime. That's great. Say something for me. Say something for me.
Right?
Yeah, save
It's
some
like,
for me.
it's like he doesn't ask if he's okay. He asks, like, hey, I
No.
want a sample.
Give me a sample of that. Fuck Venkman.
you know, like, and that's the thing. Like I said, the only thing I could argue is, like, you know, them abandoning him. It's like one of those, because Egon's like one they listen to it constantly.
Yeah.
And the only ways I could see them abandon because of Venkman, because, like, where's the money in it for me? Like, you know, where's the fame? Where's the, you know, what's in it for me type of deal?
Well, especially after Ghostbusters 2, where they all
Yeah.
like Venkman had a TV show, Ray had a successful bookshop, Winston started a business, and then what did Egon have? Egon was always suspicious that the threat never ended, and
Yeah,
we
it
do
was
know that
always.
the games are canon. The game Ghostbusters took place immediately after Ghostbusters 2, and so he was always convinced that the threat never ended. And while the rest of them were like, dude, we saved the fucking world, let's move on. Like, we can build a business, we can do other things. Egon was the one that was obsessed and said, the threat's not done.
Yeah.
The threat's not done. We have to continue to be vigilant. And so you can imagine, even if your best fucking friend is like that, you know, even if your best friend is somebody who's just constantly, you know what I mean, like talking about doomsday and the end of the world and looking for patterns and shit like that, you're gonna get fucking tired of them. Like,
Yeah,
it
it's sad,
doesn't
but it's the
matter.
truth. Yeah, it's sad, but it's the truth, you know. Although I guess Ray, I expected Ray to perhaps stick with Egon, but I mean, that's after a while, like, the money didn't come in. There was, you know, like, they couldn't support financially anymore. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think I get it now. It was more practical. It's like,
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, we could go after this, but we have no money. Like, we have to, like, get real jobs and stuff like that. Because I mean, I love, like, it was hinted that Winston actually kept Egon's farm.
Yeah.
You know, from going bankrupt and stuff like that. And like I said, like, there's one Easter egg I'm hoping they'll completely confirm. Like, when Winston at the end said, "I had one employee," I'm hoping
You
this
wanted
stuff-
to be the
I want it to be the freaking newbie, the intern from the game.
intern. There you go. The intern.
Yeah.
That was his name.
You know, I was like, I wanted, like, you know, that was his one employee, and now, bam, you know. God.
And I do love the idea that the last thing that what's Egon, his actor, what is his name?
Dang, wait.
I referred to them by their fucking screen name so much I forgot his goddamn acting name.
See, oh, jeez, I gotta look it up now.
Aykroyd? Huh?
No,
Dan Aykroyd?
no, that's
Bill
that's
Murray.
that's Ray Stantz.
Bill Murray.
That's
No.
Venkman.
Harold Ramis.
Harold
Harold
Ramis.
Ramis,
That's him.
thank you.
Harold Ramis. Thank you. Man, see, we're hardcore fans. Didn't even know that much. I'm ashamed.
I
of
only
myself.
know them by their last names, so
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
when
this
you
is
refer to
enough.
them by their first names, I'm just fucking lost.
Egon, yeah, Egon Spengler, yeah. I do love the idea that Harold Ramis's last Ghostbuster thing was.
I'm glad
was
I
the
got
game.
it by Harold Ramis because I don't know Winston's actual actor name. So
Harold Ramis. Yeah, we got it. We're all
Ernie Hudson. That's his name.
Ernie Hudson.
there we go.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, it's I am proud. I am very happy that he worked on something that was canon. That he gave us one last Egon. You know what I mean? And the idea that this new movie and its continuation is going to continue to focus on the Spengler family.
Yeah.
And what they've continued to do for the years. Like, I like that. I like that aspect.
Exactly. You know, Spenger family being led
One-
by the old school, the three surviving members, leading them and making them understand.
One last project before he gone.
Boo.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Boo. You were a vegan, now you will be gone. Anyways, well, I love talking about Ghostbusters. We could talk about it all day, but let's move on to another update to FIFA. FIFA, apparently, EA honors 99% discount price error on football's new game edition. They are just, they're not having a good year. They're not having a good year. EA has admitted scoring a pretty spectacular own goal after mistakenly pricing FIFA 23 Ultimate on India's Epic Games store at $4.80 or 4.80 rupees.
Or 6 cents.
6
Or
cents.
6. If I had an Indian account, holy shit, I would have bought it for that. Like, what? Oh yeah, okay, this is worth this price. Fuck it.
Oh, Buyers rushed to pre-order the game last month after a decimal point
Dude,
order.
explain that at the
discounted.
stockholder meeting.
Imagine the guy that fucked that up. Imagine the guy that fucked that up. All right, so did you list the pre-listing, the pre-order?
Yeah.
All right, we just sold out. So
Yeah.
how?
Congratulations, boss.
Yeah, like this is selling more than Call of Duty ever did. Holy crap!
I just want to cover the base.
Yeah.
What did you list the price as?
9.99%, 10% off, basically. Oh,
That's what I thought. Okay.
but sales are through the roof.
Yep.
I'll just pack
we're the
pack
best-selling-
my stuff.
Please do.
Yeah.
Get out.
We're the best-selling game of all time now.
And we made $12.
but hey, boss, you're focusing on the wrong part. The people are happy.
Yeah. They are.
But I'm not happy. I'm not.
Just have your shit, but lunch. You had to lunch. Just go. Just fucking go. Somebody fix that. Oh my fuck. The game's publisher
Biggest selling game ever. We made $12.
we made $12. They agreed to honor the bargain pre-purchases. So I mean,
Yeah, technically speaking, they had no choice because it already changed. Money already changed hands, and they have proof of purchase. So
Yeah.
yeah, that could end in a fucking bait and switch lawsuit.
yeah,
And that is they have had enough lawsuits this year
yeah, and that's a
Holy
country, and they're
shit.
going up against a country. Yeah, no, they're not going to.
against
Yeah.
India, where the trade commission is ruthless.
Yeah, it's one of those. They had no choice because you knew if there was any place they could get away with it. They was like, nah, fuck you, but nah. Money changed hands, proof of purchase, 6 cents, baby.
That's it.
Here in America, they have loopholes they can exploit, right? They have purchase or what's called market price loopholes. In the
Depending
EU,
on the
it's
state.
the same. Well, the same thing with the EU. They have market price, loopholes. They can in India. None of that shit exists. None of that shit is. There's no fucking loopholes in India.
But is it a good game? Mike Smith asks.
I don't know. I haven't played
it's FIFA.
Hey, for 6 cents, I got my money's worth.
Yeah, for 6 cents, it'll
For
keep you
6
occupied
cents?
for a little while. Yeah.
For 6 cents, I play it for a little while. I put a couple hours into it.
What they're gonna
right.
do? They're gonna be like, you know what? I got this. The guy around lunchtime. You're still here? Yeah. Here's an idea. Loot crates.
Fuck no, get out.
We can make our money back on loot crates.
No, I'm not sending that lady again with the surprise mechanics bullshit. Get out.
I mean, it's basically like a slot machine.
We're aware, and the idea that you're saying this on an open microphone is disturbing me. Get out. Yeah, the announcement in May that they're ending their partnership with EA is a 29-year partnership, and they are fucking gone. And this is one of the funniest fucking things ever, and I don't think a fuck up that bad has happened in quite a long time. I can't think of something that happened like that bad for years. I think the last thing I can think of was Battlefield 5 when they offered it for $2 instead of $20.
Yeah, I think so.
The only thing I could think that can rival it was that it was kind of a hacks, but if you knew it, back in the GameCube days, like they had that GameCube special where you get that Zelda game. I think it was the Zelda the 4-game pack. The thing is, they kept it separate from the box. It's like it was like on the retail, and like they were put it on the retail market. But the thing is, if you scan it, it was 1 penny. I just want the game 1 penny. It was a hacks, but the thing is, like since Nintendo separated in their wisdom, they separated from the box. So yeah, I was like, no, I just want the game. It's like, okay, they scan it, 1 penny. I shit you not. That's how I got my hands. I got my hands on like 2 of those things. So like,
Because Resident Evil 0 did the same thing.
Yeah. I think it did. Yeah,
Yeah, because it was Resident Evil 0 and 1, and then Chapter 1 and 2, and it was the 2-disc game set you had to get by 1 and 1.
Yeah. It was a triple thing.
Was it
0,
a triple
1,
thing?
and 4. Yeah.
0, 1, something like that. But
Yeah.
I know Resident Evil made the exact same mistake, so there was a lot of Resident Evil Zeros like were flooded in GameStop shelves because it was such a shit game.
You
but
get
you got
the
it for a
game and
penny.
trade that shit in. Nice profit right there.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
I mean,
but God
that's
damn,
why
I'm
you
trying to
don't
remember.
separate from the box companies. Seriously.
Well, remember what was happening at the time? Everybody was buying GameCubes because it came with, I forgot what accessory at the time that they had included, and they were buying them up by the. Oh no, it was the special editions that they were buying up. It was the gold editions that they were buying up, the Zelda ones for Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And people were just buying them up, and then they would take the GameCube and just throw away everything else.
Yeah, that's right. And then that was the one that had the extra games, but it was separate. And I was like, no, I just want that. I mean, fuck the games, give me that. It was like, okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's here. And,
people would buy the fucking the gold GameCube on the third market, on the secondhand market, and be like, "Where's the free game?" Well, the free game was a disc that they had in the cardboard of the box. So like Nintendo was getting millions of complaints. So the next time they did the re-release, they separated the box game into a disc itself.
it was great.
It was great though. Like I think I got like 2 copies of that, and
Yeah, like here you go.
I lost them.
Yeah. The thing is, it wasn't a complete hack because they kind of caught. I was like, eventually did like one per customer because they quickly realized what people were doing. It was like, fuck. So
And it only worked at Toys R Us.
yeah, and Walmart. But depending on the Walmart though.
Yeah.
And depending on the Walmart, 'cause that's where I got my tools from Walmart. But yeah, it was Toys R Us and Walmart that allow that because Walmart doesn't give a fuck. I mean,
They don't care. They don't fucking care.
But
It's
yeah,
Walmart.
no. But after a while, I was like, no, one across the board, and
One per customer, god damn it. We're getting fucking Zelda games just thrown in the fucking trash. Speaking of like that though, I saw a video, I think it was a TikTok or YouTube short, where this guy was cleaning up a Walgreens from that had been built in 1994. And the shelves installed in 1995, and it took all the shelves out, like the rods that are sitting in the concrete. And so midway through his walk, where all the shelves were taking out, there was a Pokemon booster pack, second edition, sealed underneath
Oh shit.
one of the shelves. And I was like, that's worth money, you lucky fuck. Like, Jesus shit.
Hell yeah.
yeah,
I mean, what, like, we've found some weird shit like that working security. Like, all 3 of us have.
Oh yeah.
What did you find, DJ? You found something weird one time that was worth money.
Shit. Fuck, I don't remember. It was like so long ago, back in 2004, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were working that one job with a truck yard, and somebody had abandoned the truck on your yard for like 2 weeks, and you had to go identify it. And you found
That's right,
something
yeah.
cool in there, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was like shit. I forgot. Fuck, I honestly forgot. But I was a dumbass, and I reported it in.
Yeah, you did.
That's probably why I forgot. I was like, I don't want to remember this anymore. But yeah, I reported it in. Because this truck was sitting and no one knew what the fuck it was. I was like,
And it was his sleeper cab too. Like, I saw it. Like, I went to his work, and because he was like, "Do you know how to identify this shit?" And I was like, "Well, where's the LIC number?" Usually the LIC numbers, and he was like, "There is none." And I was like, "That's bullshit. There has to be one." So I literally drove from my house on the west side over Trans Mountain to the other side, and I went to his work, and then there was, sure as shit, there was no LIC number. There was no other number. Like, we had to get into the cab to try to identify it. And while I was outside looking up the serial numbers on the inside of the bumper where they usually are, the tag IDs, DJ found something cool, but I can't remember what the fuck it was.
yeah, I can't remember. I honestly fucking can't. It's like, god damn it. I was a good boy, I was like doing my job, Yeah, fuck that shit.
What
I
was
became more
the cool you
cynical
found?
after that.
Yeah, no shit. You would have fucking nowadays. You're like,
Yeah, now I was like, wait, I'm black.
I'm gonna feed this stereotype this one time. What was something cool you found on fucking like security?
$65 in the bushes by the pool.
Nice.
They were all rolled up too, like it just fell out of someone's pocket or bag.
Oh,
So I was locking down the pool, making sure all the lights were off, turn off the heater and everything for the night. And I always check the bushes for shit like glass and all that because I just
bottles.
I had to kill like 20 minutes for my patrol anyway. And I found $65 in cash. That's like the coolest thing I found. Other than that, your typical stuff, golf balls and half packs of cigarettes and shit.
Yeah. I found a gun one time, and it was a really nice gun, but it was one of those like, oh, in this neighborhood, this thing has bodies on it. I'm not keeping this.
Give out the serial number.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
So I was
right?
like, I'm just gonna call the cops on this one. Let them deal with it. And they were like, and then when they showed up, they were like, well, do you have it? And I'm like, no, bitch, it's over for fucking.
I didn't fucking touch it.
I'm not touching that fucking thing, dude.
That's probably a crime scene. Fuck you.
It was a Springfield, one of the first like XDM types that they had, and it had the extended mag, of course.
Oh, of course.
And it had the long slide with a little the suppressor on it and everything else. And I was like, that is a really nice guy. I know what that is. Fuck. Damn it. That's a nice fucking. I'm not touching it. Fucking called 911, went to the fucking guard check. I was like, hey, I got to report a weapon found. And they came and they were like, oh, so where do you have it? Have you secured it? I'm like, I didn't fucking touch it, bro. You're not getting my prints on that bitch. It's over in the fucking bushes. Go get it.
Right.
And they're like, they were pissed at me. They were like, oh, really? And I was like, I'm not putting my prints on that. Yeah, I'm brown and in Florida, bro. I'm not touching that. Like, no.
Yeah.
They were all upset, though.
Yeah, like proper procedure, anybody?
God damn it, dude. Like, the one time the fucking cop told me to take my firearm out of my holster. Like, are you insane, bro? Are you nuts? Have I told you that story? Have I said that story on this show?
I don't know.
I don't think you told on the show. But...
I don't think I told it on the show. So I get pulled over on my way to work, and it was my first week with a firearm, and I get pulled over because I don't know. They got pulled over all the fucking time going to that job.
Well, you were driving that Scirocco thing.
I was literally driving like an '87 Scirocco. That thing was loud as shit, and I guess
the door handles were fucking coat hanger wire through a hole.
Yeah, for one of them. And I get pulled over, and I got my 17, like Glock 17 on my hip. And the cop comes up and he's like, "Oh, well, where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to work, bro. Where else would I go dressed like this?" And he's like, "Oh, is that firearm loaded?" I'm like, "It's loaded. It's hot. It's one in the chamber." And he goes, "Go ahead, take that out of the holster and secure it for me." And I got my hands on the steering wheel, on the dash. You know what I mean? And he goes, "Go ahead and take that out of the holster and secure it for me." And I go, "Nope."
I am not touching
And he goes,
this.
"Excuse me? No, sir. Not touching that firearm." And he goes, "Really?"
Are you disobeying an order?
Yeah, that's what he told me. He goes, "Are you disobeying one of my orders?" And I said, "Sir, I'm not reaching for that firearm. I will gladly step out of the vehicle. You can disarm me and secure it yourself, but I'm not reaching for that fucking I'm not reaching for that fucking gun."
I think you even said something like, "This is how news articles happen." Like,
I think so. I think I was being a dick at that time, but he was. Oh yeah, I was, because he goes, "We're really doing this," and I go, "Sir, this is how stories happen."
yeah.
And he goes, "Fine, get out of the vehicle." So I literally put my hands out of the vehicle like that, and like literally like outside and he's just, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yes, sir, really."
Yes.
I fucking get up, I stand out, I lock my fingers, put them on the back of my fucking head, and I'm facing the cruiser, and he's just like, "Oh, is there a trick to this holster or anything?" I go, "No, sir, it's retention." So he pulls the fucking weapon out. He takes the magazine. He pops one in the chamber, and he throws him in my back seat. And I with my fucking hands walk towards the back of the car and put myself between his cruiser and my car. And he's like, "Where are you going?" And I go, "Sir,
Making sure I'm on camera.
yeah, I'm not going to be anywhere near that firearm, sir. I'll be back here." And he was like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" And I'm like, "Dude,
You stopped me, bro.
yeah, like I'm wasting your fucking time because now I'm late for work and I'm gonna get yelled at." And like, fuck this, dude. It was like, yeah, he was all pissy with me, but I got left off with a fucking warning because he couldn't grab me for anything. But I was just like,
Come on, man.
"Congratulations,
Come on.
dude! 45 fucking minutes. Like I'm not gonna be anywhere near that goddamn firearm." And he was like, "Well, you can load it and put it back in the holster when."
I'll take care of that when I get to work. Don't
Yeah, and I was like, "I'm not. I'll do it when I get to work. I'm not touching it."
Yeah.
So he gets back in his cruiser, and I'm like, "Am I free to go?" He goes, "Yeah, you're free to go. Have a good night." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, you too, boss."
No, he was probably like, God dang it.
I didn't get to shoot him in the neck.
Damn, couldn't kill a brown boy today.
Oh, man. So
This
close.
This close. Let's cover this real quick, and then we'll move on to the next section because there's a lot of companies fucking up, and Ubisoft is one of them. So Ubisoft is going to shut down multiplayer and online services for 15 games in September. We don't know for how long. That's just the thing. It says here September 1st, but it's going to include Assassin's Creed, Far Cry 3, Splinter Cell, Prince of Persia, and a lot other ones, but we don't know for how long.
I mean, they're all kind of old games. Does it really
These
matter?
are older games, but people still play them.
Okay.
Ghost Recon, Rayman Legends, really? Silent Hunter 5. All right, you know what? If you're still playing these old-ass games in 2022...
And expecting multiplayer.
Wait. Oh, multiplayer online. Yeah. I'm like, seriously, like, what the heck? I was probably still around, these multiplayer and online stuff.
Like, have you tried getting into a Battlefield 4 lobby lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Oh, sure. After you wait for 2.5 minutes, it'll load in, but you're still the only fucker there. Why not just shut them down? Like,
Why
not? Well, I mean, because people are still fucking paying for those, like, private servers. Like, the $75 a year.
oh, well.
Well, you know what? If they pay, they'll keep it going.
They'll keep it going. They're making money. But let's go ahead and dead that and move on to the next subject, shall we? So, I wanted to get into Sandman a little bit because honestly, this is one of the few things that a lot of people like Lophus look forward to, DJ look forward to it, I look forward to it, and so far it's been really highly received. But there has been a lot of fucking criticisms, and I'm still not sure why.
Because people think they know more than the actual people. Like look at Cowboy Bebop. Christ.
Yeah. So they did have a film that was supposed to be starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It got abandoned. HBO and Fox also tried to, but Neil Gaiman like literally stabbed the fucking Fox deal in the back and then set it on fire. The whole thing with Fox was came right after Firefly was canceled. And Joss Whedon and Nathan Fillion both know Neil Gaiman. And they talked to Neil Gaiman about how Fox had fucked them over for Firefly. And so Neil Gaiman pulled his whole fucking thing from Fox. They were like, well, can we still have this side character? And he was like, you can't have a goddamn thing.
Wait, was this for a TV show or a movie?
TV show.
Okay, yeah. Because a movie, you could somewhat trust Fox on movies. But yeah, TV shows, nah, fuck them. Seriously, them know shit.
Yeah, but I mean, this is funny. It says the adaptation could have been disastrous. Surprisingly, it's not. The series admittedly sets up this complex world in a way that doesn't feel hard to follow or like too much information with made-up magical terms is being thrown at us at once. I mean, Graverobber, you're the only one here without fucking full knowledge of Sandman. How did you feel the pace was?
I kind of zoned out after about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I can see that.
The main character does look exactly like Dream in the comics, though.
Really does.
Like exactly with the hair and everything. So this is the reason I kind of wanted to bring this up.
It's also, it just uses common magic terms, but used incorrectly. Like, oh, I have Mary Magdalene's grimoire. What? Oh, you got her fucking diary. You're going to do something special with that. If you wanted Mary Magdalene's magical spells, you should have found her Book of Shadows. That's what that's for. Grimoire is literally a journal. Like...
Well, look, I mean, they tried to be like, like more old school, and they go with a lot of terminology in Sandman. I mean,
yeah,
I get it, Gray, but it's just how the world works in Sandman.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, Mary Magdalene's grimoire. If I can open it at a random page. Today, my boyfriend fed 5,000 people with 5 fish. Incredible. Yep, that's useful.
All right, we're gonna make a spell out of that. We're going to call it the Fish and Bread Special. One of the reasons I kind of wanted to get into, one of the reasons I kind of wanted to get into Sandman was because...
bottomless carp and carbs.
Carp and carbs.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I like that.
I would steal that.
Was because I earlier said that Neil Gaiman is essentially responsible for the new romance and gothic look that we have today. Graverobber says that it was more a Poe thing that has the whole thing, but I say it was Neil Gaiman's entire aesthetic of black on black on black with the crosses and chains and the spiky hair and the emo do. I attribute all of that to Neil Gaiman. And I kind of, because we're older, DJ, I kind of wanted to get your take on it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I can understand Graves saying, like, Edgar Allan Poe, but the thing about Poe, when you look at the aesthetics of it all, Poe was kind of like, just like a dark edge type of deal. There's darkness, but like not as much as Sandman, and everything in Sandman is still aesthetically beautiful.
Yeah. But I was saying that the whole modern goth look was born from Neil Gaiman.
So when did the Sandman stuff come out?
88. No, 80 something. Hold on.
It was in the 80s. So
It was in the 80s. It was in the late 80s. It just says here, right? It said here.
Yeah, because I Sandman
89.
and I would
80, where'd you
say
see it?
also perhaps like some of that the heavy metal scene, perhaps like like the more underground metal help with that
It was
the
up
look
on the
as
top,
well.
dude.
Was it?
Yeah.
Where?
Scroll down a little bit. Slow the fuck down. Sandman is based on
89
the
to
cult
96.
hit DC Comics by Neil Gaiman, first
89.
published from 89 to 96.
89, yeah.
Yeah. So this was, that's kind of, but that like Neil Gaiman is where I see like the crosses and the chains and the spiky hair and the black on black on black, aesthetic. Like I see I because we grew up in that time. That's where I attribute all these looks to. What do you think?
Another part was with what's his name? The fucking that dark hero, anti-hero guy from the comics. Silver hair, dark warrior, fucking morally gray as fuck. Fuck, I can't remember his fucking name.
From which comic?
Fuck. Let me see if I can look it up, cause he was also very old. I think he was in the 70s, and I think he also helped contribute to it.
See, remember that scene?
Let's see if I can look this shit up.
Cool, huh?
Well, the first appearance of the Crow was January 1989.
Yeah.
When was the Sandman goth and everything 89 started?
I think it was January, actually.
Okay, I'll look it up then.
Elric, the Menborn or the Melbourne.
Oh, Eldrick the Menborn. Yeah,
Eldrick,
okay, I
yeah,
know what
him.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck, what was those fucking comics? The fucking character's name, I can't fucking remember. But I
They
think
sucked.
They sucked, but the art was gorgeous though. Like
Some of the art. What's his
Yeah.
name worked on it? Frank something. Remember him?
Yeah, him.
When
But
he worked on it, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, I think also that also helped contribute to the modern goth style as well.
Because I mean, you have Death, who was one of the most quintessential characters in Sandman, and has some of the best lines I've ever read in comics, and that's her right there. And once again, we talked about Death and the idea that she doesn't have a form; she just has a pronoun. She is a female. That is all we know about Death. We don't know anything else about her. How she chooses to appear is whimsical and on a, fucking.
So it's a tie for first on the whole goth thing. That art aesthetic. Because
Mm-hmm.
literally the Crow and Neil Gaiman's rendition of Sandman, January 89.
January. Yeah. Okay. So I was right. Because this was part of a New Year special for DC.
Because this looks a lot like the Crow's aesthetic as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't attribute all of it to Neil Gaiman.
The Crow didn't.
The Crow was a black and white graphic novel. Man.
Yeah.
A series of comics in black and white with very similar drawings.
Yeah. So like this was a thing that happened. It's just that with the Crow, like the images and like the style evolved. Like Neil Gaiman's art has always looked like this. Like always.
All right.
No. I'm not discounting you. I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just saying, like, for longevity, I believe Neil Gaiman wins that round. But yeah, you're right though. Like the Crow and Sandman,
Because like that third one on the top row, third one from the left, that looks like a still out of a Crow comic.
yeah,
I wouldn't know that that's Neil Gaiman unless I knew that we were searching Neil Gaiman art.
yeah,
There's a crow on top of on that branch. So
yeah. You meet Jessamy in the first episode of the Crow TV show.
Mhm.
So I mean, like,
That one that was on Sci-Fi.
oh yes.
I'm sorry, Sandman.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No.
the
Yeah,
Crow TV
like,
show was trash, dude.
There you go. I knew, Dead Man. You can't escape it, Dead Man. The
I
TV
will.
show, baby.
I will escape it, but
it always comes back.
But the funny thing is, though, is that I actually have some of my art like within arm's reach, and you can actually tell like how much I've been influenced by the negative space stuff that Neil Gaiman did. Like, let me grab it. I'm gonna fucking expose myself. Why not?
You're gonna expose yourself, or you're gonna expose your artwork?
Yes.
Fuck.
Damn. At least I'm not there, so
Yeah, you don't even smell it.
right. You get the full effect, Grave.
All right. Let me. So this is just one of the pieces, and you can tell like how much Neil Gaiman's art style affected me. And I have books upon books of this stuff, and I love the negative space. I love, the black and white aspect. But yeah, like, it's weird because like I haven't visited like Neil Gaiman's art in so many years. But now that we're revisiting for the show, I'm like, that's where that's born from. Fuck. Like when I started Love and War, DJ. Like you saw all my primaries, which was a lot of negative space, a lot of black and white work.
It's true.
And I always wondered, and now just looking it up, now it just finally fucking clicked. I'm like, Gaiman. It came from Gaiman. Fuck. But anyways, moving past this and just getting to the meat of it. Well, yeah, I thought I was sharing that. Moving past this and getting to the meat of it, I would highly recommend Sandman. Because if you like darker, more eldritch type stuff, but you don't want all the pretentiousness of it, or pretentiousness, however you want to pronounce it, check out Sandman. There's a lot of heart to those stories, and I think it's really cool. And fuck everybody else who thinks that, oh, it's gone woke. It's always woke. You're just a piece of shit. I think I can get it. I think I can get an agreement on that one, DJ.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wasn't paying enough attention to it.
Thank you. Okay. Moving on, though. Lord of the Rings Embracer Group buys the rights to make
actually,
games
it's
and
time for me to
movies.
get going.
Yep.
I have to get going. But all right, catch you all on the next time. But see you all later. Dead Man. The lines should be arriving Thursday.
Okay.
If not, then we'll go to Plan B.
Plan B it is. Okay.
Okay. So, all right. See you all later. All right, cut this
Later,
short.
brother.
Maybe next time. All right. See you later. Bye.
So, Lord of the Rings Embracer Group buys the rights to make games, movies, and more. Middle-earth Enterprises is now owned by the colossal video game company. I don't know who those people are. Are you familiar with them?
No.
Like, I know that name. What have they made?
Video games.
So Middle-earth Enterprises was apparently the original publisher of the last few media stuff, including the movies, but they got bought out. So here's a statement from the CEO. I am truly excited to have The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, one of the world's most epic fantasy franchises, join the Embracer family, opening up more transmedia properties. Opportunities, including synergies across our global group. I am thrilled to see what lies in the future for this IP with Free Mode and Asmodee as a start within the group. Going forward, we also look forward to collaborating with both existing and new strong external licenses of our increasingly stronger IP portfolio.
All I can see is that Middle-earth is the company that owns the worldwide exclusive rights to certain elements of Tolkien's two most famous literary works, The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. That includes names of characters contained within, as well as the names of places, objects, and events within them, and certain short phrases and sayings from the works.
I mean, so I don't mind older stuff being bought up for the idea of producing new material, but I do believe that there has to be an aspect of good faith in it. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Like, okay, for instance, like Star Wars. Star Wars being bought out by Disney. You knew the second you heard that they were just going to pump as much shit out as possible to make as much money as possible.
Oh, for sure.
But like the Tolkien estate and Lord of the Rings has been so protected because of like his sons and daughters and grandsons and daughters that anything that has been like involved with Lord of the Rings has always been, you know, blessed by the estate, or at least has been put out with good faith. You know what I mean? So I don't mind old properties becoming new again as long as they're made in good faith, like Sandman. Like they invited Neil Gaiman. Like they bought the publishing rights. They invited Neil Gaiman to do all the work on it. So I mean, like for me, there has to be an aspect of good faith.
I mean, this kind of stuff really has no effect on me as the consumer. Like, okay, let's take the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Yes.
A lot of people hated it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you just watch it as a standalone movie, it's not bad. But it's like people are gonna do what they want. Kind of like Rob Zombie remaking Halloween and turning it into an absolute shit
Garbage show.
You know, it's like it's really hit or miss. And you know, like I wish more artists and content originators, because I can't think of the right fucking words, were actually more like Gaiman, in the sense that if you like it, that's great. If you don't like it, that's great too.
Yeah.
You know, because the thing is, it's like the fan base fires back so hard that they ruin shit that actually could have been good.
Like Cowboy Bebop.
I.e. Cowboy Bebop.
Fuck yeah.
You know, like... So
And
when they
was
purchase...
made with love.
Yeah, when they purchase old properties and stuff, and old, like, intellectual properties,
Man.
it doesn't matter if they're going to make it with love or not, because people are going to hate it. So, like...
You're not wrong.
That's just how it goes.
Okay, so like for like, I guess to relate
That's
this,
why I want to make a movie based off of somehow acquiring an old intellectual property where everyone hates it. Because you can't please everyone, but pissing everyone off is actually quite easy.
that's pretty easy.
So,
Okay, so like the best,
but for me as a consumer, I don't care if it's made with love or if it's made with dollar signs in their eyes. I'll probably check it out once. I like, for example, the 2016 Ghostbusters. I literally watched it once. I don't remember shit else.
I watched it a couple of times because I was trying to see.
Well,
like,
you had to do the reviews and stuff.
well, not only
but-
the reviews, but I was like, maybe I was looking at it wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe I went into this with the mindset of wanting a Ghostbusters movie and getting something else.
Yeah.
So I had to change my mindset and go back in and look at it as a standalone film, like the 2010 Nightmare.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this still sucks.
Because the 2010 Nightmare could have totally like rebooted the whole series.
The whole series.
But it got so much hate that people just gave up. And that one, they really fucking tried.
They-
So it
yeah,
doesn't
there was
really
a
matter
lot
if you
of
do
love.
it with love or not. People are going to hate it and it's going to die anyway. So
I think the best way I could relate it to you would be like if EA got a hold of the Metal Gear Solid license, or Activision got a hold of the Metal Gear Solid license.
I'd probably play the games at least once to see what they're like.
But
I'm not one of those crazy fan people too, you know?
I don't know. You
It's
got
like-
a tattoo and everything.
Yeah, I have the tattoo and everything, but I'm not going to sit here and like gatekeep the shit either, you know?
Gatekeeping, I think, is a little bit different. I think gatekeeping is done by assholes who think they know better.
Like the dickhead that tweeted to Metallica, "Oh, have fun with all your temporary fans because of Stranger Things."
Oh, and there was this person. You know what?
That's the kind of guy that'll rip the patch off your jacket because you can't name 5 songs.
And I will fucking break his fucking jaw for that, dude. If I have a
Exactly.
battle jacket and someone rips off one of my patches,
Oh, it's on. That is literally a declaration of war.
I am breaking something of his. Yeah, fuck all that.
Most likely it's his teeth.
more than likely. Put a pin in the Metallica thing. I actually want to talk about that. I actually want to talk about that in just a little bit. But let's say goodbye to Wolfgang Peterson. He was the director of the Neverending Story, and very, very not successful, but still kind of lauded for some reason, Air Force One. He worked in Hollywood for 50 years. He did The Perfect Storm, Troy, Air Force One, Das Boot, and he has passed away.
Why'd they have to put Air Force One in the article?
I don't
title?
know. That's why I was like,
there's so many
out
other
of all the
fucking Troy, dude.
Troy
Like-
was good. Outbreak, Poseidon,
dude.
but he has passed away. I believe he was older. I'm not quite sure his age. 81 years old. So he had a really good career and he influenced a lot of people. And I do know for a fact that Neverending Story has this very specific love here on this fucking show between all three of the hosts.
I have the book.
I know. And the scene, I can't read the scene.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, so like that's one of the only books that I can get through. Most of it I can read through it because I remember most of it. But when I get to that one part, it's flip.
You like flip the page and you're like, oh, okay. The swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17 pages. Ah, here we go.
The only other book that really does that to me is The Wizard's First Rule, by Good Kind. Like I can read most of the book, just yes, 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 and then I get to one part and I'm just like, oh, oh, I don't want to skip it because it's so integral to the story, but I'm gonna read this really slow. So, however, from all of us here at VT Network, thank you, Wolfgang Peterson, for making part of our fucking childhood incredible and one of the most whimsical fucking stories ever, and for terrifying us of the fucking ocean with the perfect storm, giving Troy new life,
And for preparing us for COVID with Outbreak.
no shit.
Motaba. Just
Motaba.
rolls off the tongue.
So thank you, and from VT Network, so long, and good night.
Sweet dreams. Shut up, Freddy.
Shut up. Fuck. Ezra Miller has apologized for his behavior and said that he's going to seek help for complex mental issues, and nobody gives a fuck because he's already fucked the DCEU.
Oh, Flash?
Yeah.
Fuck that kid.
So yeah, fuck that kid. We don't really support or talk about people that are pieces of shit that bad.
Except Machine Gun Kelly.
Who's a piece of shit, and I make fun of him every chance I get. I just like torturing you with him.
And you like to make sure that his videos get views on the post show. You
Oh my
dick.
god!
But you wouldn't show my one funny Onision video.
Oh god, because Onision's, Jesus, that's a whole can of worms.
Like Machine Gun Kelly.
Uh,
Just because Machine Gun hasn't killed anyone yet.
So there's been this thing, and it surfaced on TikTok of all fucking places. But there was this video that got put out that calls this young woman is trying to call for the canceling of Metallica because, quote, they're just a bunch of old racist white guys.
So she's trying to cancel Metallica because of Stranger Things.
Yes.
I'm trying to cancel Metallica because they suck now. We're not the same. When they tried to come back with Saint Anger, they should have
That
not.
was bad.
They just should have not.
That was bad. It looks like a TikToker is trying to boycott Metallica and cancel them after the success of Master of Puppets on the TV show Stranger Things Season 4 finale. The TikTok user Serena Trueblood, whatever, is your favorite something problematic. The video goes, band is ancient, so let's just jump straight in because it's going to be very, very long. Starting off with a bang, there's anti-Semitism. First, there's this picture of Hetfield and Ulrich doing a Nazi salute. More recently, Hetfield plays guitar on his own that contains iron crosses, and if you don't know, iron crosses are neo-Nazi dog whistle symbols. Then there's also the fact that he hung out with Kerry King, this Aryan Brotherhood-looking motherfucker right here, who is obviously very proud to be wearing a Confederate flag. Now, I don't have the images aren't included in this, or if they are, they're not here. I did not mean to click that, but whatever.
It's because you got to slow the fuck down.
That's the full article?
I don't know. Hold on. What's this dumbass's name?
Serena Trueblood.
What a stupid name.
Yeah. We're gonna try to.
I bet she thinks she's a witch too.
You're gonna try to find it.
Yeah.
All right. But this fucking This fucking idiot. This fucking idiot. I am just...
I'll guarantee you she thinks she's a witch.
Is she claiming to try to be Mexican with that name? What the actual fuck? That's hilarious. She has a Mexican flag in her profile.
2 of them. But yeah, she thinks she's a witch, I guarantee it.
We're trying to find the video, folks, so bear with us.
Yeah. Does it say what date she posted it?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
But let's see. Hold on. Just a second.
What does her stupid eye makeup look like? At least they're different in everyone.
Found it.
Okay, this squiggly shit. I don't think that's it.
Serena Trueblood.
All right. Sure. Just give me the original fucking video. Is this it? Nope.
I think she took it down, dude.
She might have deleted it.
Because it doesn't show up. And I went all the way back into... Whoa, hold on. Say I accidentally scrolled too fast and hit a like.
Oh,
Not happening.
Don't do that. August 8th, 2022 is what it says.
Yeah, no, she took it down.
She took it down.
Yeah, the only one I can find is 8.5.
So, yeah, okay. So let's try to look at this here.
Yeah, her last video is 8.6. So she took it down. So she
got bullied off the app.
She wants to start some shit, but she can't fucking stand to it.
All right, so let's see if we can find. Does this have?
Because honestly, I know exactly what guitar she's talking about. Wow. I know exactly what guitar she's talking about, and it is James Hetfield's ESP Iron Cross. He has one that's white with a black cross and black with a white cross. Like, and it's not the Nazi salute when you fucking rip that last chord and you fucking stick your hand out like this, you know? Like, oh no.
Okay, so let's talk about it one point at a time. The Nazi salute thing. They were playing in Berlin at right after the wall fell.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of neo-Nazis, and this is not the dog whistle or calling, like the current generation of calling somebody a neo-Nazi. These were literally Third Reich motherfuckers.
Yeah, these were like the real deal.
These were real fucking Nazis that showed up at a Metallica concert thinking that Metallica was on their side. They had banners, they had flags, they had T-shirts with the symbol on them, and so them literally making fun of them on stage. He was making fun of them on stage, including the salute and the walk and everything. And they all fucking did it. They all literally made fun of them on stage. So those are those pictures that you see of them doing the salute because they were mocking them, openly mocking them. Then she talks about the song Am I Evil? Which is literally, again, a lambasting.
And it's not even Metallica's song.
No, it's not. But it is an anti-Nazi song.
Yeah.
Literally, it's about the idea that they were trying to do the right thing, asking themselves the question, am I evil? Yes, and yes,
Surprised
you are.
she didn't try to bring up the cover they did on Garage Inc. So what?
So what? So fucking what? Yeah.
Because how does that one fucking start? We can't talk about that on the meme show.
Cannot. However, then she goes on to say that they're old racist white guys. You want to name the nationalities of everybody involved in Metallica for the fans?
Let's see. Lars is fucking weird ass European, not German, but something.
He's
else.
Danish.
That's it, Danish. The not German.
The not German.
James,
the German light.
Yeah, James. I think he's like Irish or some shit.
He is.
Rob, I don't know. He looks like a black Hispanic mix. I'm not sure if
he's
want to
Mexican.
Look that up. There you go.
Yeah.
And my boy Kirk, Filipino.
Filipino.
Yeah, they're a bunch of racist white guys, considering half of them are brown boys.
What do you mean? Yeah. I mean, even considering fucking Lars and the Danish ancestries that he has.
Now, if you really want to get technical, and because of Stranger Things, people loved Master of Puppets, which was penned by Dave Mustaine. Dave Mustaine is not really a racist guy. He's just kind of a turd.
He's just a dick.
Yeah.
He's just a dick.
I don't always play Metallica songs in my show, but when I do, they're the ones I wrote. Dude, nobody cares. It's been like 40 fucking years. Get over it, dude.
Let's see the hands of the fans. Who gives a fuck that I played for Metallica?
Yeah. You see anything through his ramen noodle fucking hair anyway.
I'm not seeing it.
It's like, oh no, buddy, you're playing Master of Puppets. You notice how Metallica also doesn't give a shit?
They don't give a fuck.
like
Really, they don't give a fuck. But
like that beef is even more like pointless
mundane
than the ICP Eminem beef.
Yeah.
Like
So yeah, she did the Nazi. She talked about the Nazi salute, and then she talks about them making fun of Kurt Cobain's suicide. I got bad news, lady.
When did they make fun of?
They
Cobain's
did. They made fun of the suicide on stage. But I got bad news, lady. This was 6 months after his death. Everybody, including his own fucking drummer,
Dave Grohl,
was making fun of Kurt because Kurt wanted his death. Everything about him was never up for being serious.
Yeah.
Nothing about him.
That's why he would sing live and ruin his own songs.
Yeah, and fight people in crowds.
Just so that way it's like, well, I'm not lip syncing. He's like, "Let 'em fun, guys." He did this shit on purpose, dude.
Yeah. There was also the idea that she said that Hetfield allegedly used the N-word to describe Ice-T. There is nothing that supports this. Ice-T doesn't even fucking support this. So he also played for Body Count. He played backup for Body Count. So the idea that he would call Ice-T the N-word in a racist connotation and then go play guitar for him? Like, are you fucking serious, dude? Like, fucking idiot.
I mean, I could see Axl saying some shitty shit like that.
Well, Axl, we know, is like an open piece of shit.
Yeah.
But also, like, his fucking his guitar, the Iron Cross.
Yeah.
It has to do with a fucking I think it's his grandfather or something that fought in one of the wars.
Probably. Because
I don't remember. There was like a
that's
historical connotation
Yeah.
to it. But yeah, like so this was something that just, and a lot of people tried to jump on his bandwagon. And nobody's having it. Nobody's having it. The whole cancel Metallica thing, it caught no fucking traction whatsoever. The idea that we're talking about it right now is just to put a spotlight on the idea that sometimes you're fucking wrong. And this time, little True Blood Serena lady, whatever the fuck her name is, you're fucking wrong.
The Iron Cross was a military decoration in the Kingdom of Prussia and later on in the German Nazi campaign. But yeah, let's see, the Iron Cross was originally a medal designed in 1813.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They hadn't even like there hasn't even,
it wasn't even a Germany
there wasn't even like 60 degrees of separation between fucking nutsacks to even think of Nazis at that time. Like
No.
literally 120 years before Nazis ever happened.
a lot longer than that, yeah. So yeah, this is just this idea of cancel culture trying to do something against a band like Metallica.
I mean, it's,
when we know we have accepted their problems as fans, because I'm a fan.
I'm a fan to a certain point in their careers, yeah.
Well, no, we're fans. We
Like,
don't worship
and then
them.
here's the thing about Metallica: they're gonna cancel themselves because James keeps going to Alcoholic fucking Anonymous, dude. He's like, all right, we're going on a world tour. A third of the way through the world tour, he's stuck
I
in
am
rehab
going
in
to
Russia or
rehab.
some shit. And I'm like, bro, how many times have you been sober? Like,
Sometimes people are dumb. Yeah, Danny, we agree.
yeah, cancel culture is just stupid.
Well, I mean, no, cancel culture against certain things is stupid. Like when people tried to come for Filthy Frank or Joji, how in the living
How are you gonna come for
Fuck.
Filthy Frank? Hey, did you not read the description on his YouTube channel?
did you not watch a single one of his fucking videos?
The entire purpose of the TV Filthy Frank channel was the embodiment of everything that's wrong with the internet.
Everything. I'm a 30-old man on the internet and you can't stop me.
Yeah.
Like
One video he's 56 years old, the next video he's 65.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I'm a 56-year-old man on the internet and you can't stop me. Like it's this fucking idea that they try to come for the worst, for bulletproof people, and they're not bulletproof because they're flawless. They're bulletproof because everybody that knows about them has accepted their flaws.
Yeah, it's like the whole Filthy Frank thing. The dude is the meme. Like we know this.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna cancel. He stopped anyway. Well, TV Filthy Frank hasn't even been a thing since like 2014 or some shit.
When he was literally suffering seizures from the stress of trying to film these fucking
Yeah,
videos.
dude.
But that's just it. So coming from Metallica, they were alcoholics. Yes.
Yeah, we all
Their
knew.
fucking name, their nickname on tour was Alcoholica.
There were T-shirts that said Alcoholica on them.
and they bought them. The band bought them and wore them in fucking
The band
London and
made
Dublin.
posters that said Alcoholica,
Alcoholica.
with themselves in the holding giant inflatable beer bottles. They didn't
Bottles of
fucking care.
Jaeger. It was bottles of Jaeger.
That's right, giant inflatable Jaeger bottles.
Like, and oh my god, they played with Kerry King, a known racist. Yeah, they did, because Kerry King wasn't always a racist.
yeah.
Fuck.
And how is cancel culture going for dumb shit like Metallica, but like Ted Nugent's out there?
Because Ted Nugent hasn't been relative since 1987. Like, nobody gives a fuck about Ted. It's like the same thing with Kid Rock.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Kid
with
Rock hasn't been relevant since 2007.
Yeah.
But like,
When he did that stupid sipping whiskey out the bottle.
I don't even know that song.
When he
That's-
basically like switched to country music.
Oh, that was
All summer long.
all summer long. Yeah. But once again, like these motherfuckers haven't been relevant for fucking forever. Metallica has always been. It's Metallica is McDonald's nuggets. They've been around since the 80s, and they're always kind of be around. And every now and again, you're gonna go back for some nuggets
Every once in a while.
Yeah,
You'll at least stream the new album once.
You're gonna
You
hit
know,
the
like
nuggets.
Hardwired, I streamed it.
was
It
alright.
wasn't great.
It was all right.
You know?
You can tell they're running out of shit to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think they know that too, though, because they'll run like the Hardwired tour, right?
Yeah.
They ran the Hardwired tour, but they only played like 4 songs off Hardwired. Everything else,
classic.
Rob was like, we need to run our 80s shit again. Like,
Yeah, Rob Trujillo was like, they're not responding.
yeah,
They're not. They're here for master.
That's one good thing about Rob is he did bring back some energy.
A lot
Because
of energy
that deflated ass sound of Saint Anger,
was horrible.
I can't believe they let the guy be like, you're supposed to sound like a band that just got together, so we're not going to do solos.
What? Well, it wasn't even that. It was the creative nature wasn't there.
No, it wasn't.
And it wasn't. And I think you showed me a video. You showed me a video of Rob Trujillo playing guitar.
Yeah, he was playing the flamenco guitar.
And what's his name?
James looks over at Kurt and goes like, looks like you're out of a job.
You're out of a job.
And Kurt looked legit scared though.
And Kurt was like,
He was like, hey man, teach me how to do that.
that's not funny, man.
Yeah.
they
Because
already-
Rob was just sitting there chilling. He was like,
And he went for it. Yeah.
like,
He was like, your job. Yeah, he's gonna take your job. He said something like that. I forgot what the joke was.
I think James really did say, he
Yeah,
looks
he-
like you're out of a job.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But like, he brought a lot of energy.
He did.
And you know,
Well, I mean, Rob came from fucking punk bands, dude.
punk and
Like-
and ska.
Yeah. So he had energy, dude. That and his weird like bass dreadlock helicopter thing he would do
Yeah.
on the stage. Like,
Danny says they already canceled Ted. He doesn't care.
well, there you go.
Nobody cares about Ted.
You like to hunt a lot, so fucking what?
Yeah, nobody cares about Ted Nugent. Danny, like he has to matter to be canceled.
That's true.
Like I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm literally like that's what it is. Like Ezra Miller being canceled right now. That's a thing because he kind of matters.
Yeah,
Like, but
at the same time,
nobody's
DC,
upset about
so
it.
He really doesn't.
No, nobody's upset about it. Nobody's upset about it. Like, oh no, you're canceling a guy who robs people in Hawaii and is terrorizing the entire state.
Yeah. Oh no.
Weekly.
How could you do such a thing?
Like, fuck that guy. Off the Cuff premieres this weekend. That is correct. Off the Cuff. And so for those of you who listen to us, go check out Dark Charm Media radio shows. But we're going to go ahead and start wrapping this bitch up. Selena Gomez has a new song in the works. None of us care.
Woo.
Can't even fucking see that one. So, whatever.
All right, looks like we're done.
We're done. So, you want to hit the button?
Oh, no.
He wants to hit the button.
I kind of do. I think I'm gonna hit the button.
So since DJ is gone, I'll go ahead and tell you guys about it. We have a Patreon, and that Patreon is up and running right now. Has been for several fucking years. But hey, this is what we do. We tell you guys about the Patreon because sometimes we have new listeners. And on our Patreon, that is patreon.com/VTNetwork, you can go there and you can get stuff because we offer stuff for you to get for a very small amount. For our $1 tier, you get a producer credit on every episode, and it's every week and every time we do another educational. So on Fridays at 5:30, your name is put as a producer, which you can put on your resume.
Go for it. We don't care.
We want you to. You can also get access to the Marine Mental Minute and a Minute with DJ, where they tell you about life and the world around you. For our UAV tier, that's $3 a month. You get the producer credit. You get the post show, which releases every Wednesday, and that's where we get a little nuts. We go into videos, music that we can't play here. If there's a new number one, we play it on the post show. You get a Minute with DJ and the Marine Mental Minute as well for $5 a month. That is
The Marine Mental Minute's going to start getting a little longer, though.
I'm down for it. Whatever. It's your show. You do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Yeah.
You get access to the monthly movie roast, which we'll be doing another one very soon. I really, really, really want to do Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee.
We should do the Devil's Sword.
The Devil's Sword is that's next, yeah. But we need a palate cleanser after In the Name of the King.
Oh gosh.
Access to the post show. You get your names right out loud at the end of every episode, so everyone knows that you're our producer. You get producer credits. You get stickers. Our last month's stickers went out. This month's stickers are already ordered. I have to renew our fucking P.O. box because I don't know why there was a problem. Something went wrong, so I have to renew it and start a new contract. So we'll have that up and running very soon. A giveaway every 3 months. The next giveaway is in October. A Minute with DJ and the Marine Mental Minute, and that is with every fucking show. So once again, patreon.com/VTNetwork. And that is our Patreon.
That's our Patreon.
You want to tell everybody about the merch?
We got stuff.
Oh.
You can buy it.
Oh.
And then if you buy enough, you can try to make Dead Man puke. VTNetwork.rebel.com.
Fuck it. Take it. There is a new design coming soon. I am working on it. It's like this last week has been hell for the whole household. That includes Graverobber and me. And we have been so busy with personal stuff that I just have not had the time to sit down and do this. But there is a new design coming soon, and as soon as it goes up, we will let you all know. So yeah, VTNetwork.redbubble.com. Buy something for $7. Make me puke on camera.
Do it.
If you can.
I almost got him.
Almost with that one, yeah. Danny still has a token. Danny, you can submit a video to vtnetwork84@gmail.com, which is our email address. But if you want to go to our other social medias, that is VTNetwork2 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We pay attention. We post every day, and we have media coming out every single day of the week. That is Monday through Sunday. We are doing something. And we're also trying to get involved with a charity, so we'll see how that goes soon. But also, we're involved with Dark Charm Media radio shows, and you can find that on any fucking platform you want. Smoke and Mirrors, one of the stories that I wrote, just came out, and it came out so good. It came out so good. It's one of the more pivotal episodes, and also so did Brotherhood of Ridiculous People. Red Alert just came out as well, and that's also a really good one. Really dense episode. Really
there was
dense.
a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. But a lot of fun, though. So go check out Danny Atwell. And the only reason we promote them so much on our channels is because, honestly, not only do we love Dark Charm, but we work on it.
We do.
We're writers and voice actors.
In fact, that's another thing we did this week.
Oh, that is right.
You and I both recorded a bunch of stuff for like next year.
for the next couple of months, including everybody's favorite characters, Craig, El Diablo. Oh God, I still can't believe the following that some of these characters have. I don't understand it, but I love it. So go check out Dark Charm radio shows on your podcast apps. And I also want to thank Paul Shori and the Magic Squirrel Network for keeping us on and keeping us going. We are going to be meeting up in October 29th and 30th in Cincinnati, Ohio. We'll be updating the venue soon. We had to let October get a little bit closer because there's weekly cancellations and stuff with the venue I'm looking at. So we have to let that get a little bit closer before we give you guys the exact place where you guys can come hang out with us. But I also want to thank the producers of VTNetwork, which is Lophus, the Ragin Caucasian, Cheyenne, this asshole, the Graverobber, Carol, Sheri Finks, Ashley, Mike fucking Smith, Gibby, and Donnie Hengel. Thank you guys so much. And we love you all, and thank you. Without you guys, this show would be a lot more difficult to make.
Yeah.
So we're going to get the fuck out of here, though, and go to the post show where I got a classic meme song, and you're going to love it.
We'll
Say goodnight, Graverobber.
Good night, Watchmen.
Oh.